And live streaming this evening. With a spirit of wonder in my heart, I've given myself a haircut and a beard trim, and encountered this. I was doing something on the YouTube channel today, and it informed me, like, on the back end of it, it informed me something like, you have some new copyright notification thing. I was like, what's this all about? Turns out it was just informing me someone else had used my video, which is, I don't care. Whatever. People could do that. Even this guy could do that. I'm not going to say, no, you can't use my video. Um, but this guy has some serious fucking issues. This archived video guy, archived videos. I have watched a few of his uploads, recent ones, and they're somewhat disturbing. He's positioning himself as a critic of these disturbing things, but is actually the one generating the content, or at least publishing the content. Presumably gets it from someplace else, right? That's why they're archived videos. Almost all of it's about EJR&D. About 7 months ago, about 5 months ago, he had a video titled EJR&D has serious issues. Archived video has serious issues. Okay. 7 months ago, there's this stretch of time where this guy, archived videos, is doing this really gobbledygook kind of, what do you call it? What's that micro expression shit called again? Vaultology, right? Well, he's got this Vaultology gobbledygook here. About 7 months ago. And then 7 months ago, also he had a video called TWFP host Eric is not an EHP. Says all body parts glide in ongoing swerving vectors without definite stops. That's a way to type somebody. He's apparently looking at my torso and etc. Things like that. But then, despite a brief foray into Erictown for whatever reason, he goes back to his hating on EJR&D. Then 9 months ago, there's two more Eric videos. TWFP host Eric and Rachel breakup, which is an hour and 9 minute long video. Probably a very dark time for me and Rachel's relationship. And a video I've watched before called Host Eric's Funniest Moments, which is there's nothing funny in it or crazy sounding really. It's just me being kind of caustic, I guess, you know. And then I go back to 10 months ago. And then after that, before that, 7 years ago. What was he doing 7 years ago on the same channel? Shitting on EJR&D. He's been shitting on this guy for 7 years. His channel is almost nothing but him shitting on EJR&D. He took a break about 7 years ago for about 6 years and then picked it up again about a year ago. His latest video is my video in which I explain how I reread his EJR&D's comment and interpreted it as a warning, not a threat, and that he's probably going after whoever's mirroring his videos, but maybe this guy, for example, right? And then this guy, keep in mind that I'm the subject of his attack in previous videos, but now I'm the victim. EJR&D is a horrible person. He made a death threat to host Eric, question mark, question mark. No, he absolutely did not. And nothing in that video suggests that EJRND is a horrible person, nor does it support that claim. So this guy's got some serious fucking issues. The one he put up 10 days ago called EJRND's Evil Subordinate, Rachel and I watched about 30 seconds of it. It was so disturbing that we had to stop watching it. And as far as I can tell, that guy has nothing at all to do with EJRND. It's a totally different person, totally unrelated to EJRND. This guy is just attempting to do everything in his power to do character assassination against EJRND, including accusing him or sort of accusing him of shit that is completely nonsense. Look at this video here. I will give this video points for creativity, I guess. But it in no way is a legitimate critique of EJRND.
This is called Black Death.
Okay, so look at this video, right? It just shows, yeah, and then him just doing this stuff and her going like that. Like, how is this a critique of EJRND? And why are you so determined to hate EJRND so much? Like, what is your issue? I get his issue with me because I think I know who this guy is. I think it's Queen's Gambit, if you remember that fellow. I recognize the Typology nonsense. It looks similar to that guy's Typology nonsense. He hates me because, you know, I guess you could say I wasn't as kind as I should have been in a live stream while dismissing his complete garbage, you know. When I said, this is incredibly weak. Your reasoning is incredibly weak. As a thinker on the subject, you are incredibly weak, etc. And he really didn't like that. I think this is the same guy. It's called Archived Videos. That's what the channel's called. I'll link to it here. I have to pull it up again. So, not that I want to promote it at all, but I will put the link here in case anybody wants to check it out. Anyway, this guy, whoever it is, he wants to position himself as like calling out other people for their evil or whatever. But I clearly, I don't think that if you want to critique somebody like C.S. Joseph, who's doing cult-ish-esque kind of things with his notoriety now, right? Maybe it was possible that EJRND at one time did that. I don't know. Now he seems to be doing Christian stuff that has very little audience, right? There's no reason to pick up where you left off 7 years ago, continue to brutalize the man, especially since it's at least possible that some of his less appealing displays of self linked to some potentially mental health issue or something. I'm not trying to pathologize the guy, but I'm saying it's possible. Certainly, you're not protecting anybody from him, which is how you're positioning it as, right? Like, I'm protecting people from his lies by exposing him. That's not That's not what you're doing. You're just being super spiteful. And obviously cannot tell the difference between people who cannot tell the difference between me and the other people that you're putting on there, like that his supposed evil whatever subordinate, evil subordinate or whatever you called him. That guy was like disturbing, you know? Clearly very angry, has issues, right? EJRND, some sort of mental health thing may be going on. I don't know. You're just mad at me, right? For exposing your bullshit, possibly, or not being very polite to you at some point. Well, he's gone out of his way to select videos of mine that he thinks make me look bad and republish them on his channel, right? I'm not going to tell him. I could say, no, YouTube, make him delete all the things on mine. I could do that. It's within my power. I suspect it's not within DJ R&D's power because I don't think he has that channel anymore. And I suspect that's why he's talking about there being a line of fire, is that because he's not in possession of the channel that the archived videos are taken from, that he can't do anything about it. It's a possibility. It's something because a lot of those ones are old, Um, so the thing is, I'm not worried about whatever. It's like you're welcome to show clips of me, even at my worst, because any sane human being could clearly tell the difference between a person who's in a heightened state of emotional distress because maybe they're going through a breakup, potentially, it seemed like at the time or whatever, or because they're mad about something, versus individuals about whom you have reasonable concerns regarding mental health, or about whom you have reasonable concerns regarding their safety because of their anger level, Obviously, oh, no, he's not. I'm not. The reason I'm mentioning this person is I'm doing what he's pretending to be doing. He's pretending to be calling out bad narratives, bad people, or whatever. But instead, he's just actually executing a campaign of spite against people he doesn't like for whatever reason. That crazy guy doing that anti-women shit that we found disturbing has nothing to do at all with EJRND. Nothing whatsoever to do with them. Except this guy just uploaded that thing and titled it EJRND's subordinate because he just wants to defame the guy. So what I'm doing is I'm calling out here, I'm doing what he's pretending to be doing. I'm calling out bullshit that needs to be called out while also maintaining the moral high ground and not trying to enforce some sort of copyright thing. So, archived videos, you're weak as fuck. Weak as fuck. Do you hear me? Never forget how weak you are. Well, it's evil like that. I'm not worried about what he's saying about me, I'm just pointing out that his character assassination campaign against DJR&D is totally out of proportion to DJR&D's threat as a narrative voice, right? If you want to fixate on how a person is evil, pick somebody who's got a lot of people listening to them, like, I don't know, T.L. Swan or C.S. Joseph or whatever. And talk about shooting fish in a barrel. It's not difficult to be like, this guy's wrong about what each R&D is saying, because he's, who knows what's going on with the guy, right? But he's talking all scripture-y and weird metaphors and stuff, and who knows? If he's clearly not attempting to gather a lot of followers, or he'd be going about his job as a cult leader much better than he is. So the thing is, this guy happened to drag me into his shit because he's just that much of a tard, you know. But that was his mistake, because I'm not like, in some sense, EJR&D, whatever he calls himself, is defenseless, right? That's what makes it so fucked up what you're doing. I'm not defenseless at all. I'm not remotely defenseless. So when I explain why what you're doing is fucked up, it's entirely cogent, makes perfectly good sense, because I'm a sane voice of reason in the world, right? Positioning me next to EJR&D doesn't make me sound crazy like EJR&D. It highlights how much more sane I am, right? But yeah, you think you're gonna take swings at me a couple months ago and then republish my video on your channel under the title EJR&D issues a death threat to host Eric, as I'm a victim of his threats, which was entirely not the point of that video, right? Entirely defaming, although it's a question, it's still defamatory fundamentally, you know? Bears no resemblance to the actual truth whatsoever, and is just an attempt to do a character assassination on him, you know? Archive Videos made some attempt to do an equivalent assassination of my character, except he can't find instances that actually are damning, you know? The worst thing he can do is show, you know, a heartbreaking scene of me and Rachel almost breaking up one time and say, see? Well, yeah, that was an emotionally volatile moment, you know? Or another video where he clips out me angrily ranting about something, but saying very reasonable things. It doesn't make me look crazy, you know? You can't clip a bunch of shit of mine and build a pattern that this guy's nuts, because you'd have to be hard pressed to find enough instances of me sounding nuts at all. Everything I say is cogent, makes sense, reasonable, rational, even if I say it in an angry tone. You could find those few darkest moments, you know, some videos that I deleted after my dad died that I made that I wasn't proud of, you know. The time I lost my mind eating half amounts of mushrooms. Not one of my proudest moments. But the point is, none of us should revel in trying to rub salt into other people's, you know, dark moments, right? Right. We each have our least desirable presentations of self sometimes. If you devoted your life and your channel to finding and highlighting the least flattering representations of a guy, like this guy has with EJRD, this guy's got some serious fucking issues. He does not like, obviously, like assertive, confident men. Now, I think he probably feels like gratification for getting EJRD probably like conflates, you know, imagines him as some bully who bullied him or something like that. I don't know, but the problem with rolling up on strong men like me, who are perfectly sane, capable, rational, and as public and transparent a person as anybody on the planet, is that I'm a real man. You can hide on your little archive videos channel, uploading other people's comments, other people's content with hateful titles, if you want. But you will. But I'm a real man. And I just want to call you out for being such a weak little bee. Who's Jay? You need to highlight how sane you are by making fun of or poking at schizophrenic Jay. My take is you should go back to MBTI videos with the Genius Chart to love this. You are not getting the point of this video at all, Teacup Noir. I am not trying to shit on EJRND at all. I'm shitting on archived videos for shitting on EJRND. Archived Videos has devoted his entire channel 7 years ago. We started doing this to defaming the man, and I'm saying he clearly has some issues and does not need this campaign of bullying, this hateful campaign of uploading other people's content and putting horrible titles on it. That's my point. I am not trying to shit on DJ R&D at all. I'm trying to shit on his hate monkey. So yeah, you got this. You read this situation entirely wrong here, Teacup Noir. The reason this came to my attention at all is because this archived videos guy uploaded my recent video saying, "Okay, I'm going to honor R&D's request and take down that video." Right? This archived videos guy re-uploaded my video, which was not at all aggressive towards EJRND, and titled it "DJRND makes a death threat to host Eric," which of course is not at all what happened, right?
No.
So I'm calling this guy out because he's a spite monkey, a hateful person, and most of all, he just uploads other people's content with shitty, hateful titles. It's like, how weak can you possibly be?
Meow.
So I wonder if Teacup Noir just bailed after assuming her interpretation of what was going on here was right, without hearing me explain what's actually going on. That would be frustrating. Hi, Savage Studio. It takes 3 licks to get to the center of a Tootsie Pop. I'm not making fun of or poking any fun at schizophrenic EJR&D. I'm not sure. I'm not even accusing him of being schizophrenic. I'm not trying to pathologize him in that fashion. Well, it's like one of the videos on the archived videos channel that is original content is him analyzing my body movements and stuff to quote unquote prove I'm not an ENTP. So I have not watched it, but I'm not responsible for. I'm not saying I'm responsible for people's rash judgments. I'm just saying Teacup Noir is thinking the wrong thing about me if she thinks that's what I'm doing. I'm not trying to prove I'm sane by juxtaposing myself against EJR&D. I'm pointing out that archived videos, by juxtaposing me against him, does not make me look more insane. He makes me look more sane. Yes, I'm still hitting the bong. More than ever, in fact. So anyway, my point is, archive videos, you got some serious fucking issues, man. You spent the last 7 years shitting on EJR&D. The last 10 months or so shitting on me too, for whatever reason. Just because you got your feelings hurt or something. That's all I had to say to you. I hereby call you out for your spiteful bullshit. How do you like it, archive videos? I'm gonna put up a video now of me saying how horrible I am. Why don't you excerpt this part? Eric's so horrible. He doesn't like me. I gave myself a haircut, yes, this morning. I will also mention something that I hope will be a learning lesson for everybody. So I went into the bathroom this morning to give myself a haircut. And I said, Eric, you're going to be smart. You're going to just take off all of your clothes so that you don't get any hair on your clothes. And then I gave myself a haircut, beard cut, with the barber trimmers. And I was like, while I'm here, I like to periodically, every once in a while, clean up downstairs, somewhat. Mostly for Rachel's sake, but also for my sake, maybe. We heard about it. Anyway, don't ever use barber's clippers on your genitals. It may work fine on your face, and your neck, you can just go right up against the spine. It doesn't work so well on your scrotum. And I now have what looks like a miniature shark bite on my scrotum for attempting to do that. I thought it was going to save time, I just get down there and get some pubes up. Terrible idea. You don't want to do that. No, I didn't clip my balls off, but I have this cut on my scrotum that you can see like the teeth of the of the clippers thing. It's not bad. It's just it was like, ow, oh God, I'm bleeding. What have I done? This was a bad idea. So after that, I put those away. So if you have like barber clippers, I'd never attempted to use them below the belt before. Don't attempt it.
That's wise words.
It's a
honestly.
terrible idea. Okay? It's a terrible idea. I only realized afterwards that they have these commercials for clippers that say specifically like you use them on your junk. I should have inferred from that you can't use regular ones, right? But it didn't occur to me until after I had cut myself. Fortunately, my balls are fine.
I'm so glad.
They're still in the scrotum. It was the equivalent of cutting yourself shaving, right? It's not a big injury. It was just, you don't want to have any injury at all in that area. So, lesson learned. Lesson learned. I was thinking about the question of cups earlier. Why are they smaller at the bottom and bigger at the top usually, instead of the other way around? Rachel said the correct answer, I think, right away. The most correct answer. I never cut my face shaving because I don't know why I never do. I just never seem to cut my face shaving. I only shave like up here with a razor. I don't shave down here. And I shave down here, but I never shave this part, obviously. I never seem to cut myself. I don't know. Did I put toilet paper on my ball sack this morning? Yes. And I also got some aloe. Put it on there. Wow. I yeah, despite the fact that I shave my face, probably, yeah, more often than my scrotum. I never cut myself shaving my scrotum before, but I've never tried to use clippers before. Maybe they don't get too. It doesn't need. It doesn't need to be clean enough to do surgery off of, right? You don't need to get every single last hair or anything.
Eric is such a multifaceted YouTuber. You don't know what you're gonna get.
Generally speaking, I'm stressing the following point. I just don't cut myself shaving. If I'm using a safety razor, why would you cut yourself shaving? It's like you have to be kind of dumb to cut yourself shaving, or you go over like a pimple or something, right?
I cut my legs shaving all the time though.
Do you?
Not all the time, but yeah, if it's a dull razor or I get down to here and it's a weird angle, boom. Yeah, it
Sure.
hurts.
Yeah. Well, this is a lot less area to shave.
True.
So you can be a little bit more meticulous and less likely to get tired of shaving
Yeah.
and thereby reckless. So anybody want to chime in as to why it is they think cups are smaller
Yeah.
at the bottom and bigger at the top
Yeah.
rather than the other way around, or just the same amount all the way, right? Like not gradated up like this or whatever you call that. I was thinking, well, maybe it's more comfortable for your hand. That might be one reason cups are like this.
It could be.
The cup holder explanation is a great one because we checked here with this lid. Assuming this lid is the big side of the cup, it wouldn't fit in here. So if it were the other way around, it wouldn't fit in there. But if it were just, would it be worse if it were just, they split the difference and made it all the same width around? I'm not sure if I would like that or not, Ruben. And my question is, why is it the way it is and not some other way? Sure, we have plenty of cups that are the other way, but what I'm saying is the default standard for all your disposable cups, be they coffee cups like this, plastic drink cups that you have at home, like red party cups or whatever, or cups you get at the drive-through, they all are smaller at the bottom and bigger at the top. Drink holders is the best explanation I have currently, followed by it's more comfortable in your hand this way, maybe. Drink holders explanation doesn't explain necessarily. I mean, it explains for like large drinks, right? If you want to get a large drink from a drive-through, you need the bottom to be small enough to fit in the drink holder and the top part to hold a lot of drink. If you made it all one cylinder, then it would be too tall.
Listen, Mom, I'm a laugh out louder when it's good stuff. Like anytime we watch the Baghdad Cafe with Hauser, I can't help myself. It just is so ridiculous that I laugh out loud.
Yeah.
If it's like halfway funny, I'll chuckle.
Rachel's laughter is very reliable. If something's funny, you will hear her laugh. If it's not, you will not.
I'm pretty picky when it comes to my comedy.
Wouldn't mind a beaker of Diet Coke and some Mexican candy. I hate both those things. It's like Mexicans, they don't know how to make candy. You're not supposed to make candy that's like cheese flavored.
Yeah.
Tamarind, that's not a flavor for candy. Try sugar. How about that for a flavor for candy?
Yeah, I would definitely Baghdad Cafe with Hugh Hauser. It's like a.
Well, speaking of Mexican and sweet things, Rachel the other day shocked me when we went to the Mexican restaurant and she ordered flan for dessert. I was like, the Mexicans, they don't do desserts very well. The best they could come up with, their very best dessert, is flan, which I don't even know what it is.
Tres leches is pretty good. Tres leches is a good Mexican dessert.
I don't know what that is.
It's like 3-layer cake with like sweet milk.
Three milks.
Sweet milks.
Right. Well, that's what I mean. Three tres leches means three milks.
Oh yeah.
Mexicans are like, how can we make a dessert? I don't know. I put a milk in it. Oh, I could put another milk. Oh, I got a milk too. Tres leches.
Yeah, that's pretty much
And then someone's like, but isn't that just a glass of milk? And the whole country of Mexico was disappointed. Yes, I've tried Indian food. We had Indian food not that long ago. Cameron brought it up here and made it for us.
Yeah.
There are these pouches of Indian food you could get from Trader Joe's, I think, or maybe it's Aldi. I'm not sure.
Trader Joe's.
Trader Joe's. And they're delicious. It's really good. I'm surprised by how good it is. Considering it just comes in pouches, I think you might add water. Or I'd never watched Cameron make it before, actually.
You just cut open the pouch, like an inch, put it in the microwave for a minute, and then it's done. It's really easy.
What are the three milks? I don't remember us discussing this before. I've been curious about it for a while myself. Is it three distinct milks? Cow milk, goat milk, and human breast milk? Is that how you make tres leches? Flan is a creamy, caramel-topped Spanish and Latin dessert. The Mexican restaurant serves flan. The Mexicans are so bad at dessert that their most famous dessert is actually from Spain.
Oh my god. Yeah.
That's how
Oh my
bad
God,
the
I
Mexicans
didn't
are
think
at
of
dessert.
that. Wow.
Which is shocking because they're so good at entrees and also breakfast, frankly.
Yeah,
Huevos
yeah,
rancheros, you
breakfast.
can't go
Oh, so
wrong with
good.
huevos rancheros. I guess by the time you're done eating a big Mexican dinner, you don't need no stinking dessert. You're filled up on chips and salsa and burrito. You don't need some horrible Mexican candy. How was the flan?
It's good.
Was it?
You know, like I like pudding, so.
I just like to joke about it because it seems like such a like. Oh, we're going to a Mexican restaurant. That means they're gonna have for dessert flan. I wasn't aware that tres leches is also common. Did they have tres leches at the Mexican restaurant?
I don't know. I didn't see.
I don't think so, Rachel. I think they had the old standby, the one Mexican restaurant dessert, flan, sometimes pronounced flan. Well, you can check out this guy's channel for yourself here, Lamb, and see what I'm talking about. He is a serious spite monkey. He's kind of ancillarily a spite monkey to me, but his number one target is EGR&D. And I'm saying that's bullshit what he's doing. He's defaming the guy completely unfairly. Like, he re-uploaded my video recently with a totally misleading title that's very defamatory to EJR&D and positions me as a victim, which I never positioned myself as. So check it out if you want to.
It's true. It's always the lace ribbons. Gotta have the lace ribbons with the Mexican food.
You mean lettuce ribbons?
Lettuce ribbons, yeah. I don't know what I said.
You said lace ribbons. Because usually, I'm talking about ribbons, right? You read it as it should be.
Oh my god, that is so weird when my brain does stuff like
That's
that.
just being an NI-Dom, my darling. That's why non-player characters are undercover people. Because it's a better name for them. And that's why lunch meat is cutlets because it's a better name for it.
I'm glad you think so.
Yeah. You just know things as they should be. Um. So, Ruben, you're neglecting the following key ingredient: shredded beef,
Mm.
carnitas,
Carnitas is.
or chicken, sometimes called pollo.
And it depends on the. They also ask red sauce or green sauce.
They do. Now, the answer to the following question is always no. And the question is, would you like shrimp? No, that's not the meat you want. Oh, you get shrimp for add $1. That's just say, give me abdominal problems, add $1. I don't know what's up with DJ R&D. My point is that I'm not interested at all in bashing DJ R&D. You know, archived videos has some serious issues.
Videos, that's the problem.
Yeah, it's not. I'm not trying to shit on DJ EJ R&D at all, and I'm not really interested in speculating regarding his mental health or how he functions or whatever. I see him as going through something, whatever it is, be it uh, just a spiritual journey or something else. Um, that that is not the sort of thing worthy of relentless critique or extremely harsh critique. Especially nothing's worthy of unfair, defamatory critique. But and he's certainly guilty of that. But my point is, there's a difference between somebody like Teal Swan or C.S. Joseph, who's clearly profiting off their status as that they've attained somehow by getting a certain number of subscribers on YouTube. But
Oh, it's coming.
and that are
ready.
that you might have good reason to
Yes,
think
it
are
is.
being exploitative
Mommy loves you.
or utilizing their capital in exploitative ways. It's reasonable to critique such people, and if he were directing his critique to some such person, I probably wouldn't be directing this critique about him. But instead, I don't see DJ R&D as anybody who is like that, who's attempting to be exploitative because of his just,
yes.
I guess, self-interest plus inflated ego or whatever. I see there's clearly something else going on, So I don't know what that is, but I do know that archived videos should lay off, Just go after somebody who deserves it, or go after somebody like me is fine because I can. You're weak as fuck, and I just bat you around the room. It's fine. Or go after somebody who deserves it, who actually deserves it, that you've got good reason to critique, because not only are they wrong, but they're empowered in some fashion. And you might say, Eric, aren't you attacking this guy who's got 267 subs or whatever? Well, no, I'm attacking the behavior of being spiteful and defamatory. And that's always wrong, no matter how big or small you are, That's not what EJR&D is doing. He's not being spiteful and defamatory. So, and it's not what people who you might legitimately critique might be doing, things like exploiting their status to using their status to exploit other people and either for money or sex or whatever, It's not either of those things. It's neither. He's not a worthy opponent. Like he's not somebody like me who says bring it to all motherfuckers and it has no problem. He's also not a deserving target. So I'm not a deserving target, but you can go ahead and target me all you want because pow pow pow, motherfucker. You know. Oh, did I just step in something? Or was that you? Now I'm gonna have to scrape it off of my shoe. Yeah. Well, I don't care. He can. That's one of the ways people who hate me love to attack, as they say. He's not really an ENTP. Of course, to sustain that claim for beyond even the slightest like questioning or scrutiny, you have to define ENTP in ways that are unrelated to the massive piles of data that you have about me. So this title of this is somewhat borrowed from Archive Videos channel where he has a video titled, I think it's EJR&D has some serious issues. My point is, no, motherfucker, yes, motherfucker, but no, motherfucker, because you clearly do, or else you wouldn't be so determined to demonize this guy so much, despite the fact that he's clearly going through some shit, you know? And no, motherfucker, because you have some serious issues, because you're trying to shit on me and pretend as though I mean, I don't even know what you think you're doing, frankly. You're not going to successfully make me look bad for the simple reason that
Here he comes.
it's not that easy to get people to watch me. I should
I
know.
think you should sleep upstairs, Capito. Why don't you bring me upstairs? Do you want to come with me?
You're an NTP? Congratulations, or I'm sorry, however you want to interpret it. I'm sorry to hear that. Oh, you are a very special kitty cat, and you're going on mommy's very special back, and you're riding up the stairs to go to bed. I'm an octo, endo, outdoor, indoor cat. Ectomorphs within individuals. Bum, 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 bum. Endomorphs are fat individuals. Bum, 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 bum. Mesomorphs lived in the Mesozoic period. So that's important to know that about the mesomorphs. They're all extinct. They only existed during the Mesozoic period.
Hi, Triple Bubble.
My reaction the same as any time anybody says that to me. Okay. It's like I just go, well, this is how this person's rolling. I don't know what they are, obviously. So just operate under the assumption that they know what they're talking about. Until they force the issue in some fashion, like if they start being like, as an ENTP, I know that and they're just talking out of their ass, and then at that point, obviously I gotta say, okay, well, whether or not you're an ENTP, I don't know. But what you're saying is completely bullshit. It would take a lot of work to gain your weight or muscle. For me, oh yeah, I don't really change my weight very much. Doesn't matter. I change my eating habits fairly often. I go through periods of eating not very much, periods of eating a lot, and my weight has maybe a 5 pound range. Just other than that, I never get any fatter or skinnier than that. Seems like. So I realized that, like a lot of things about me, it's a blessing that I take for granted, like being tall. I don't. It's like I don't think of myself normally as being tall or as of tallness as having any impact on anything. But that's because I'm always like the tallest person in any setting, pretty much. Even though I'm not super tall, but inherited predispositions. Well, do they have any idea about, like, for example, you can inherit genes. What's the mechanism exactly of inheriting a predisposition, as well as psychological processes? Could it be any vaguer? Can we try any harder to avoid any operationalizable definitions? That's ridiculous. I'm gonna throw on some bulk. I'm gonna bulk up my muscles. I want to show you guys something. Okay. Get ready, because we're going to the gun show. Oh yeah.
Oh wow!
Look at that
those
muscle.
guns.
Look at that muscle. That's some strength and muscle there. That's how I won the Mr. Universe contest last year. You may not have heard. I didn't make a big deal of it at the time. I just wanted to be kind of let it quiet flex, you know. But yeah, I won 2022's Mr. Universe contest. And I decided not to enter 2023. I said it's time for somebody else to have a chance to win.
It's 2022 or 2020?
It's 2022.
Oh, 2022!
Yeah.
How did I miss it? Wow, the year went so fast.
Well, the thing is, I asked you to stay hush hush about it, and then in typical INFJ fashion, you forgot all about it.
Yeah.
I almost did crack the lens of that flex. That's right. Because when I flex, sound shock waves emerge from the sides of my biceps in both directions. They've been known to shatter windows. The predisposition means temperament. Well, the point is, yeah, people are born with their personality type, in my opinion. But because we can't exactly type newborn babies, it's hard to say for sure. And the answer to why did my ESTJ and ISFJ mom have an ENTP kid is a question to which we do not have any answer. And so the correct answer is we don't know.
And actually, if my mom is ESTJ and my dad is INFP, they were duals. And they created
INFJ, ENFJ, and ISFJ.
Yep. So what kind of mess is that?
Even identical twins sometimes are different personality types.
Yeah.
So it's not purely genetic. So how do you explain it? Like, what determines when is it determined that a person's personality is what it is and not something else? We know it's not very late in childhood, but it's impossible to say definitively if your type is determined when you're 6 months old, because there's no way we can type 6 months olds because they don't even talk yet. So
it is very interesting though that even when Delilah was young, like a baby, that Melinda called her
Eric Jr.
Yeah.
I think it's interesting that it seems clear to me as her parent that her personality was the same from birth to now. But when she was born, we had to stay in the hospital for a long time because she wouldn't go pee. Until finally this veteran nurse came on shift and held her under some warm water and she finally peed it all out. That seems very SI ignoring to me.
Yeah.
Seems like she was born ignoring her SI. Now, what's impossible for me to tell is whether at some point in her infancy she had a fork in the road. She could have gone to become an ESTP or could have gone to become an ESFP. But I am quite convinced she was born an SEDOM and probably born an ESTP, and rather than some more complicated explanation than that as to how and why her personality type is that one and not some other one. I don't know. Nobody does. Mm-mm. Nobody has any explanation for that. What I don't like at all are scientists and psychologists who try to say they have explanations for things when the correct answer is we don't know. We have no explanation for it. That's what they should say, you know? Instead of using a bunch of vague terms that don't mean anything to present explanation theater. Well, the statement cats are likable, I think one should infer from it that the person means, as a general rule, cats are likable. But one shouldn't infer from it that every single cat is likable. So there's an intermediate stage between all cats are likable and some cats are likable called cats are likable, which just means I guess a strong majority of cats are likable and or since you have to choose a heuristic, choose this one, which you don't have to choose a heuristic, but that's what heuristic users think. By the age of 7, Piaget said, we are beyond the tiny tape recorder phase of our life. We've developed an ego and acquired an idea of how we see the archetypes and may have a complex too. There is no tiny tape recorder phase of your life. It's likely people are born processing information as their attentional configuration because there's no other way to be a complete human being except as a manifestation of one of those configurations. So PJ says the tape recording, yeah, he's saying the person who's as though receiving information is a stage of development rather than a way of attention, right? Which is not a stage of development, it's a way of paying attention. Those kind of wrongnesses obviously annoy me. That kind of metaphor. What is that doing in a fucking science paper of some sort, right? We are beyond the tiny tape recorder phase of our life. That's just poetry. That's not saying fucking anything. Well, sure, but the thing is, that doesn't equate to a tape recorder, right? A tape recorder just records what other things say. What that equates to is somebody receiving sound language, right? And then attempting to imitate it. That's not at all like a tape recorder. So it's a terrible analogy. It's not like people's urge capacity nor the amount of attention they pay to mimicking other things actually changes much over the course of their life. Rachel, when at a loss for anything in particular to add to something, but feeling the need to say something, will often repeat what I say or a slight variation of it.
Mm-hmm. Always.
It's because she's FE Tool, right? And NI. Was that a developmental phase of hers that she then stopped mimicking what she heard and started just becoming a communicator first? No, she is FE Tool. Like whenever I light a cigarette in the car, she'll bust out her thing. Whenever I roll down the window, she'll roll down the window. The point is, the ability to hear and mimic is something that exists throughout one's life. It's utilized in infancy as a way of learning language, but also not in infancy as a way of learning language. Like, I don't really learn much Japanese, but I imitate the sounds of it a lot, just like a baby would in the back of the car. Does that mean I'm in the tape recorder phase of my life? No. Does it mean the tape recorder phase of my life ended when I was 7? No. Does it mean I'm therefore under 7 years old? No. Does it mean anything at all? No. It's complete bullshit predicated on a total lack of understanding. And predicated mostly on a either willful or Dunning-Kruger ignorant, unknowing kind of thing. Refusal to operationalize definitions. If you want to talk in metaphor all the fucking time, then stop pretending you're dealing with some kind of a science. PJ. Your name, you have, I'm sorry to say this, and I don't mean to be homophobic at all, but PJ is just about the gayest name I've ever heard. Right? I'm sorry if anybody's offended by that, but PJ.
I don't even know who's PJ.
He's this psychologist guy.
Oh.
He sounds like a snooty Frenchman. I'm PJ. I got my metaphors for you. I don't like PJ. Because he keeps thinking he's trying to make everything into a developmental phase when when he's failing to account for personality type or paying attention, or how can you do any kind of calculation of developmental phases when you don't understand how consciousness is expressed through attention? You can't. You're gonna just fuck it up and then say a bunch of stupid shit and be wrong. Like, look, PJ.
Thank you, Acacia.
It's not the case that we stop learning once we're taught being babies. People continue to learn things for their whole life. Stupid PJ. He wants everybody to be a baby. I'm done with a baby.
You know who had good quotes though that surprised us was Freud.
Yeah, Freud has some good
Yeah,
quotes.
he has like really good quotes.
He also had some bad quotes, but
yeah.
he did have some. He had some great quotes. He impressed me with his quotes more than most anybody I encountered and read quotes by them. Especially since I expected so little from Freud's quotes because
Yeah.
his psychology theory is like, oh, how's to do with your vagina?
Your relation with your mother or your father.
Yeah. Most of my clients are chicks, so probably your problem is you're jealous of my penis.
Yeah.
I love penis envy as a diagnosis.
Imagine if someone wrote that on their like they're going to a new psych and one of their problems is penis envy.
Well, I'm sorry to report, Miss Jenkins, you have penis envy, and you're gonna need to take these drugs here. They should help you cope with your penis envy. ESFP friend Ashley always has hers at the beginning of the month. You're talking about a vaginal blood sploosh splash party, a couple dance parties, then a couple more for NYE. Stands for New Year's Eve. How about you? I'm chat behind. What's this about a lady eating beds? I'm not sure. Didn't Freud speculate that daughters want to have sex with their dads or something? Freud said lots of weird shit, I think. But, you know, he also did a fair amount of cocaine. So, I'm not saying Freud was right, Freud was good, Freud was bright, or anything else, except I'm saying both Rachel and I were surprised by the high quality of the quotes. When you look up Sigmund Freud quotes, they don't seem crazy at all in general. Some of them do, but
some of them we were like, oh, that actually makes a lot of sense.
And how do you eat a bed? One bite at a time. You love a weekly dose of bass. Have you listened to Edamame?
Yeah, have you listened to did you put that up as a link?
Not on, I don't know. I'm not sure. I've linked to it before here.
We definitely, I think she would like it.
It's such a good song. If you want to contribute a song to your dance party, if nobody else has picked it already. I will copy the link. I will share it, I think. Share, copy, there. Pia, pia, piao, and pee. If you don't like that song, then we are going to have to disagree because that song's super good.
Eric found it in a movie, Quiz Lady, and they used it at a great time too.
Yeah, that movie was just so brilliant.
So brilliant. I hope that makes it to award season. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah, I should win the Oscar for Best Picture for sure.
Well, I mean, Best Picture usually goes to a drama. They usually have Best Comedy.
Well, it's the best movie I've seen in a long
I agree
time.
with you. I totally agree with you. I totally agree with you.
It should win Best Picture, Best Actress, Best Supporting Actress.
Yeah, Best Supporting Actress. Yeah.
It should win Best Soundtrack.
Soundtrack. Even Best Costume Design.
Best Writing.
Yeah.
Or whatever they call it, Best Screenplay or whatever that award is. I do periodically see movies I enjoy, but it is very rare that I encounter a movie I enjoyed as much as I enjoyed that movie, and incredibly rare that I would enjoy a movie that much, then watch it again like the next day and enjoy it just as much the second time. That is just, I can't imagine that ever happening, really. It's a really good movie. Have you two considered what to do for New Year's Eve? Well, it's possible that two people who you guys don't know at all, none of you guys here know them. Their names are Boobin and Bacacia. It's possible they might come visit us, stay here for a while later this month. And their stay might coincide with NYE. Though, who knows what will happen until it does. Only God, high above, and also Stan, prediction man, who knows what will.
I should use the cards that Acacia and Ruben got us.
Sure.
At some point.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Do it too.
Alright, who's gonna be first? We got some new cards. Acacia and Ruben were kind enough to get us.
I think these are just from Acacia, actually. I don't want Ruben getting any credit for Acacia's present. I like to police present credit like that. It's important. Unless I hear otherwise from Acacia, I'm not going to give Ruben any credit for these. I'm also not giving Ruben any credit for the little cats.
What?
I said I'm also not giving Ruben any credit for the little cats.
Oh, no, you can't.
All right.
Oh, you got a pish.
Okay. All right then. Now I've heard from Acacia, I will award Ruben 49% credit. Okay. Still think Acacia gets 1 more % credit for these. I think it's important that we keep an accounting of such things as well. Who's going first? Rachel? Rachel's going first?
Yeah.
Here's your first card. The 2 of Pentacles.
Ooh. Looks like I'm juggling.
You're doing chores.
Yeah, I am.
Sure are. Here's your next card. This is your meow card. The Hanged
Oh
Man.
wow! I mean, that is like me. I would be dressed like that in like pajama style, looking
And
at my reflection.
and your final card. The Four of Torches.
Oh, harmony. That usually means harmony. She looks like she's meditating and floating a little bit.
She's using her torch projectile jutsu. It looks like she's got 4 torches beside her, and then she's gonna go like this, and they're gonna fly away from her and shoot at the other
Definitely
person.
have to show them.
This one is called the Hanged Man. This one is the 2 of Pentacles. Okay. EII last. It is time for you to get a tarot reading, whether you want it or not. The tarot has things to say about you. The first thing is this. The 5 of Pentacles.
It's like, oh my gosh, all these pentacles are coming my way. What am I gonna do? Which one do I grab first?
You're a little concerned about some of them hitting you on the head.
Yeah.
But you're also still trying to get those other ones down that haven't come loose yet. Number 2. I just put it back. See, if you get it again, you get it again. The first one was the 5 of Pentacles. EII last.
It's like all these pentacles, keeping track of your pentacles.
I think the message of it is, while reaching for higher pentacles, don't let the ones you've already dislodged hit you on the head.
That's good advice.
The second card is this one. The Devil.
Ooh, I like the look of that card.
Must be the devil between us. So,
Meow, meow.
the devil is either a good or a bad card, depending on how the party goes, basically.
Uh-huh.
If the party goes well, devil is a great card. If the party goes poorly, then you let the devil have too much control over your party. You gotta manage. You can't have a party without inviting the devil.
Yeah, you can.
But you've got to prevent the devil from ruining your party.
Yeah.
Now here's your third card, EII last.
No, Acacia.
Did I do 3 for EII last yet?
Oh, you already did 3 for Acacia? I thought that.
No, EII last we're doing right now.
Oh, my bad. I thought we were doing Acacia.
No, I didn't do the third one for EII last yet.
Sorry.
Which is the 7 of Swords. So, you're kind of like 2 into swords.
Yeah,
You're
you're like holding on to
You're
them
holding
dearly.
3 of them. You got 1 pointed away from you, behind you. You got 3 there next to you. You thought you were like, I gotta get some more swords. But now you're like, well, maybe I have too many swords.
Yep.
Okay, so there's your reading. Now, Acacia, let's do you. Yeah, make sure you pray tonight. All right, Acacia's first card is this one. Oh, it's this one again. The 4 of Torches. Torch Jutsu card.
Yeah, that's like she's meditating and levitating these torches.
Because she's gonna use them to shoot at the goblins. All right, now, you're an ex-Boba Fett. Don't you worry. Okay, Acacia, your second card. This one right here. The 8 of Swords. Careful now. Don't stab yourself in the head with those swords. Is that? I need to put my glasses on. Are you trying to do some sort of trick here, Keisha?
Yeah, it looks like you're trying to do some magic trick.
Like, look at me put 2 swords behind my head while I have 5 of them in front of me while standing on a giant ball
Totally. And there's Saturn in the background.
while being blindfolded. Blindfolded. Blindfold. Okay, what is your third card? Acacia's third card is that one.
Ooh.
The King of Pentacles. As you see. Oh, yes. I have inherited the enlightenment of the Dharma of the Buddha. I am levitating one pentacle with my 2 fingers while holding this flower thing with my other hand. Namaste. Okay, so those are your 3 cards, Acacia. Hope you enjoyed them. Boba Fett, you're next. You get to play 3 card Monty, Boba Fett style. Let's see what the tarot has to say. It's been a while since last you've spoken about Boba Fett. Alright, tarot. What words of wisdom? The Fool. Now,
She is walking straight off that cliff,
yeah.
looking at the sky.
Yeah, looking at the red sun. And what looks a little bit like the Cape of Good Hope. It's kind of like, the thing is, it's not clear. Maybe that pink or gray stuff under her foot is more solid than it appears.
Yeah, I mean, she could even be tangled in that stuff and it'll stop her from the fall, you know?
Plus, even if she falls, she should be able to grab onto the other side because it's not very far away.
Yeah, that's always the question with the Fool. Like, are they?
What it means is watch where you're walking in general in life. Watch out for pitfalls. Don't get too absorbed up in here going like, or else you'll fall into a hole. Your second card. In order to avoid the way of the fool, pursue temperance.
Oh, I've never seen that card.
Now, what I can tell you here is when you have temperance, you will be seated between an eagle and a lion, and you will balance a cup on your foot and pour water into it from far above the cup with your hand, somehow not getting any of your clothes wet in the process. So that's a pretty impressive accomplishment right there.
Really is.
Also doing it all in the middle of the road with a lion watching, waiting for you to fuck up. So, note, Boba Fett, he's pouring water into the cup. Okay. It's not.
Oh, it's not like apple juice or wine?
Yeah, it's not vodka.
Oh, it's not vodka specifically.
No, it's water. Okay, so that was your second card. From Fool to Temperance, you get 2 major arcanas today. Wow. Fool to Temperance to 5 of Pentacles.
Oh, again.
Watch out for things that might fall on your head. This is another watch out card, like the Fool. Yes, there's some good pentacles up there, but both watch out for other good pentacles that might be falling on you because they might hit you on the head, and consider maybe grabbing those ones that are already falling rather than continuing to climb up the grid, the new ones. That's what this would say about the pentacles. That's what advice I would give to this guy.
Do we do Luminix or Lynx's mom yet?
Nope. Lou, are you ready? Lou, are you ready? Are you ready, Lou? We're gonna see what you do. Are you ready? Are you ready, Lou? First card is the Three of Swords. Oh no.
So like one is stabbing you, the other two are up, and it seems like you're falling a little bit from the sky. So it's like, damn, why'd you gotta poke me in the back?
No, you get stabbed in the back in this card. Well, you can see this is. I think we could all see this at a certain point in our life. When we get to a certain age, you can see there being heartbreak foundational to who we are on some level, you know?
Yeah.
Now let's go on to the next card. Although I will note that technically that card came out upside down. So if you like reversals, do the reversal on it, okay? Your second card. Ace of Cups. It's a glass of orange juice. Ace of Cups, and you can squeeze it too.
Yeah, it seems like your cup's like runneth over, and there's a little fish coming out of it.
No, it's not a fish, Rachel.
What is that?
There's a little tiny person in your drink.
Oh my god, you got a person in your drink! Maybe it's you. You're like, hey!
Don't
I've got
drink me.
feelings. They're over here.
Don't drink me. Your car did get broken into again. They stole the subwoofer again and the ashtray again.
I'm sorry, Luminix.
I'm sorry to hear that.
That would definitely cause like a Three of Swords, especially with that card. The way that card looked.
You also get the Nine of Cups. Now, let me see what I interpret this card to mean. Well, you're like, it's hard walking through all this dark water, but those cups up ahead are so light in their water. Their water's so light that they float up into the sky. So it's it's kind of being held back by your past, but also your resilient trudging forward towards a better future.
Yeah. Fuck yeah, is right, Luminix. It's a good read.
Who's next? Winston's mom. First card. Two of Torches. Got two choices. Should you take the left door or the right door?
Yeah, look at that. It really is making you make a choice over which door.
They both look the same. Neither of them look particularly inviting. In fact, they both look a little bit spooky. So that's your first card. Now, here's your second card, Winston's mom. And may it be the best card you've ever gotten. It's the devil.
Ooh.
Somebody say party time. This card is telling you it's time to party.
It might be time to party with the Capricorn too, because that is a symbol of the Capricorn.
It could be telling you it's time to stop partying, but in your case, I think it's not telling you that. And in your case, it's telling you it's time to start partying. You got
It is the holiday
it's
season.
the holidays season, and you've got a reason
Acacia,
to
thank you
get
for the
fucked
Capricorn
up.
picture on the mirror. I love it.
Number 3, Princess of Torches.
Look, you got a cat there too, it looks like.
Yeah, well, you're in some kind of action movie. You're like, I guess, escaping a volcano that's erupting, maybe?
Yeah.
You're
Like,
jumping
yeah.
over some magma, you got your cat on your back, you're holding up one stick, which you're using to fend off flying hunks of molten lava. But you're successfully navigating down the mountainside, barefoot, jumping from as cool a rock as you can find to as cool a rock as you can find. Somehow not burning your feet in the process. So good job on that, Mrs. Mom. I want to commend you for that. Okay, is there anybody else who needs to get a reading that I haven't done yet? I haven't done me.
No, I haven't done you.
This one can jump out for that. King of Torches. Oh, well. Look at me. I am apparently in the same volcano. But
Ruben too.
I appear to be walking
look at that.
the wrong direction. I'm walking towards the flame magma, and I have only a broom as a defense and already on fire. My cat, unlike the cat in the other one, he doesn't even get to ride on my shoulders. He's just got to watch me. Oh, his big brother is next to me, I guess.
I forgot about it too, Ruben. It's no big deal. Yes, next time.
Oh, I wondered. There's this thing I found. I wonder if it was yours that you left it here. It's like a cover your eyes to make you sleep, darken your sleep thing, but it's also got like a USB cable attached to it. Okay, me. 2 of Swords.
Ooh. You seem pretty confident with those 2 of Swords, like, cha!
Yeah, I'm gonna protect us from that purple planet.
Yeah.
Which planet do you think that is? It's not Saturn, because that must be Saturn.
That's Saturn, yeah.
That must be like Pluto, maybe Neptune. I don't know. What do you think that is? Jupiter?
That might be Jupiter.
Yeah, wow, that's like me. I'm the only one that really is willing to and consistently stands up to Jupiter.
You do stand up to Jupiter.
I call it out on its shit.
I like that. No one else does.
Thanks. And then my last card. Princess of Torches.
Wow.
Youchy pouchy my feet.
You and Winston's mom together.
This is a cool card. The Emperor.
Yeah, that is a cool card.
He's a little bit scary looking.
Yeah.
But he seems so friendly. He's holding a puppy, shielding it. He's holding this flower looking thing. He seems almost to be smiling. But he's got some kind of goat head skull. Okay. Did I do Ruben yet? I didn't do Ruben, huh? Okay, Ruben, here you go. You're next, Ruben. The tarot is going to tell you the truth about you. It's going to bare your soul for us all to see. First, 4 of Cups. You were trying to get drunk. But before you could finish the 4th cup, you passed out.
That's definitely it.
So I guess mission accomplished. You maybe didn't account for the fact the tide would come in, because right now your feet are getting wet. So keep that in mind.
That is good to keep in mind.
Next, the second card that will reveal to us all the bare soul of Reuben R. Oh, you got this one. We were just talking about this one. The Emperor.
Oh my gosh!
You're protecting a puppy with a shield, and you're holding a flower while you sit, and you're smiling even though your face is a skull. You got a nice sturdy chair. The puppy doesn't weigh very much. Hopefully that shield is a little softer than it looks, because it doesn't look like that comfortable with a pillow. Somebody could probably do a little mowing. So, how many cards were pulled for Rachel? Two? I mean, for Reuben, 2?
Yeah.
Here's the third card for Reuben. Ooh. You and someone else, I think it was Boba Fett, got this as well. You gotta watch out, let your foot fall in the hell down below where there's pink stuff and gray stuff and red. But if you fall forward enough, you just grab onto the other side and pull yourself up. It'll be fine. I'd be a little concerned about the red sun too. It's probably indicative that something bad's gonna happen. If the sun turns bright red and the sky changes such that it appears to that is the Cape of Good Horn. At least you got a knapsack, right? At least you got a knapsack. Is there anybody else you wanted to pull for? Put these away? No. All right then.
Let's do one for Travis Kelce and Taylor Swift.
Okay. And give them a 1-card pull. Ooh. 3 of Swords.
I wonder if they're apart right now.
It might have come out upside down, but I don't really remember. I'm not sure. But 3 of Swords energy, either anti-heartbreak or heartbreak.
Yeah, it's tough.
Could be they're apart. Could be right now Taylor Swift is cheating on him. That's what tarot card could mean. Or, because that looks like a guy more than me. Right? Looks like he's being heartbroken. Maybe he's going to perform poorly in this weekend's football game.
Maybe.
Okay. I'm going to pull the cat. The cat gets, trouble does here, gets 6 of torches. He's showing us the way.
Yeah, he really is showing us the way. Look at that path. That purple path.
Mm-hmm. He's like, I have built this path by training you humans to obey my meows. Now follow me.
Mm-hmm.
I will pull one for the general population of people here. This card is for everybody here. It's going to give you insight into a special thing in your life. This is the card. It's called the Magus.
That's so cool. It is a magical YouTube.
But you may know it as the Magician card. It's got a different name in this deck.
Mm-hmm.
In this deck, the Magus has some sort of string of beads that he's holding in the shape of an infinity symbol. And he's got
even be a she.
It could be a she. Yeah, it could be. I can't tell. It's kind of androgynous.
Mm.
They have what looks to be a paintbrush, but the kind that you make calligraphy with, probably. So a writing utensil. Consider it the equivalent of a pencil or a pen, rather than a paintbrush, I'd say. They've got a cup up here. We got a pentacle. We got a torch. They got a sword. They can use any of those ingredients. And it looks like got some delicious herbs and garlics and stuff along there as well. What is he gonna make?
That's cool.
I don't know. His ingredients are a sword, a cup, a torch, a pentacle, a string of beads, a paintbrush, some garlic, and some leaves. What can you make with all those things?
Shield from vampires.
Sure, you could make that, absolutely. And
Let's do one for Capio since we did one for Trouble.
all right, Capio, you get the 4 pentacles. This is how Capio felt when you picked her up and
Oh
carried
my
her
god,
upstairs.
it looked exactly like
Look at
that.
her. Look at her face in this picture.
Yeah. But she's so happy now.
Yeah, you woke me up and made me go upstairs.
Yep. But she's so happy now. She's laying on the day bed. She's good. She's away from trouble.
Good for her.
Yeah.
This is the most, like, mad face, like, resentful. This is a great card. I love this one. Her facial expression is fantastic.
Stay away from my pencil.
Just go away from me. I'm not happy with you.
Yeah.
Okay. Now I'm going to pull one card for
she's back.
the international body politic. Good news, everybody. Business as usual. The Hierophant.
The Hierophant. He looks cool.
And in international news today, conventional structure continues unabated. Well, I guess we all gotta kneel down to that big guy. Yep. Only sure thing be death and taxes. That's what they say.
I last, that is hysterical. I bet Eric could do a really good job of the purple character from Adventure Time. Princess.
Does he sound a lot like LeBron James?
You do?
I mean, this purple character.
No.
Because LeBron James sounds like this.
Hold on. I can find. You won't get copyrighted for something that's said, would you?
Probably.
Says,
I gotta go smoke a cigarette anyway. I gotta go smoke one of Acacia's cigarettes. Hi, I'm LeBron James, professional basketball player. And I'm ready to have my press conference.
oh, Lumpy Space Princess. Everyone, Eric sounds like
Lumpy Space Princess.
Yeah, this is Adventure Time. This is the one where I was like singing the song, and you're like, that sounds like a song I would make.
No, I've never actually watched this show. But I've heard about it on a number of occasions. Well, I can do a pretty good impression of, is it Itchy? Oh, so that's all I follow. I tell you, one thing I want to share as a link. I don't think I shared it yet. Is this great video and song by this band. I can't remember their name because it's in like Swedish or something. Well, oh my god. It's such a great video and song. I think I checked out several other things by them. Nothing else by them is as good as that one. But that's normal. That's totally normal. I'm still super psyched and impressed with this one track / video. And I normally don't really care about the video because most of the time I listen to the track, I'm not going to be watching the video, right? But it's rare for a song that good or a track that good to also have a video that good. The dancing they do in it is wonderful. It's in English though. The song is in English. The band may be Swedish or whatever. It's something like that. One of those languages that has the 2 dots over things. With 2 dots over it. Today was a good day. I didn't have to use my AK. Rachel and I played the day away. We had wonderful conversations. And then we started watching a little TV. We're still chatting. And then started doing this, you know. And then we said, hooray for us. I took a little bit of mushrooms today. Earlier, you know, quite a long time ago, but that was very nice. In general, I'm kind of thinking like, what was that sound? If not somebody scratching. I'm better served to like take smaller amounts of things, mushrooms, but also amphetamines. I'm planning this upcoming month to chop my 30s in half. Creators have as a default 115 a day. See how it goes. Because it's not like I need a lot of amphetamines in me. But a little bit really seems to improve my mood. Like if I could manage the bottle of amphetamines better. I think I'd actually get a lot of benefits from that. I'd get a lot more benefits from it than the way I'm currently taking it. So I'm making an attempt to do that. I'll just supplement with like, you know, periodic rails of meth. I'm just kidding. I'm not gonna do that. Too old for that kind of stuff. Some kinds of fun you kind of have to put in the rearview mirror at some points in your life. But I felt unusually happy today. I felt good, like just being like SFJ, STJ approved people. In a sense, like doing stuff like stripping the bed, washing the sheets, and stuff like that, cleaning up some areas like where I temporarily moved Christmas decorations. I need to move the chairs. There's the chairs in over there right now. It's been a very satisfying, happy domesticity today. We'd planned to go to the store, but I ate a couple of those little mushrooms. It's all just like two of them, and they weren't especially big or anything. And I tripped wonderfully and pleasantly and not overwhelmingly at all. It makes me wonder, like, what was I ever doing the way I used to eat mushrooms? I used to eat so many of them all the time. Also, why did it take me until just now, I know the answer to this, to figure out the best thing to do is crush up the mushrooms into like powder, basically, and put that in your mouth and then just swallow it like a pill with some drink rather than chewing it at all. The reason it took me an hour to figure that out is because now I don't have any teeth to chew with hardly, so. But it really is the best way to take them. It's better than the tea, which I have mixed feelings about, and it's certainly a lot better than chewing them. You don't taste it at all. If you just eat a small amount of them, it's much less likely to make you feel sick or whatever. I imagine myself going forward taking a couple little mushrooms a week, probably. I think done properly, it's good for my mental health, as I used to believe until I started using them improperly. You mean NAFGLA? Or would it also be NAFBLA? Most intense altitude trips have this period of intense catatonic despair, and then as it progresses, you settle in and it becomes all really good. I doubt it. I think that for whatever reason, the women have been less eager to take up that flag. Why does it need to be national anyway? Or North American, right? North American. So it includes Mexico, the United States, and Canada. Why not just go international at that point? Why limit yourself to just North America? That's what Ruben said. Think about North America. That is a strange, strange designation for your group. I guess they're trying to imply that there's a South American branch as well. That's what they're trying to do. They're trying to imply that like each continent has their own branch. Oh. No, they're included in North America, Acacia. Congratulations, Mexico. You're included. All right, I'm getting ready to eat some food now, I think. I wonder, Rachel, if you'd
I will make it for you.
be willing to make me a cup of noodles.
Cup of noodles, sure.
There's Sambla, there's just Ambla, which is Africa, and then there's Ambla, which is Antarctica. There's Imbla, which is Europe, and Crembla, what's that? Costa Rican. They're not a continent, Ruben. The problem we have is if we want to call Australia a continent, we've got Africa, Australia, and Antarctica all starting with A. So we're gonna have a battle for who gets claiming the A. We got Asia as well. Oh no. So many continents start with A. Asia, Antarctica, Africa, and Australia will all be competing for the letter A. New Zealand is not a continent. Now, you might well say Australia shouldn't be considered a continent either. Well, it's like Pluto, you know? It goes back and forth between being a continent and not. You could very well say that Europe should not be a continent. Europe definitely should not be a continent. It's part of Asia. You know what I'm going to recommend to NAMBLA is that they change their organization such that it's the North American Man Boat Love Association. They changed their focus from their current horrible focus to boating. Wouldn't it be a lot more well received that way? I think so. This tarot card, goes out to boating. The Fool. Only fools go boating. Keep that in mind. It used to be you go boating and you'd only have fancy people around. Nowadays, the riffraff have started boating. I hearken back to the Viking longboats. Those are the golden days of boating. Could we all please take a magic moment to acknowledge the fact that this evening is what? The most important evening since yesterday? There are 3 INFPs present and accounted for? Are there? Hi, INFPs. I know one of them is Rachel. I mean, Rakesha. Who are the other two? I don't know who the other two are. Carrot? EII last? Let me think about it. Ethical, intuitive, introvert. Oh, yeah. That is what EII means. Good call. Butts. That's funny. Butts. I'm a smart, strong, sensual woman. That's true. That smells exotic, like ranch dressing. This is an odd assortment of things. It's like Bob's Burgers stuff mixed in with periodic pictures of ladies in lingerie. Well, there you go. Yes, I agree, Rachel. Tina Belcher is an INFP. Okay. So, hey, I'm not a woman, Boba Fett. Just because someone's INFP, Boba Fett, doesn't mean they're a lady. There are men INFPs too, like Dulles and EII last. He might not even own any bulky sweaters. It's possible. I'm sure Acacia has plenty of bulky sweaters. That may just be an INFP woman thing. Who knows? Maybe the men don't have bulky sweaters. They might have kind of like Neil Miller sweaters, I think. INFP men. Rachel, could you please bring me a beverage as well when you come?
Yes.
I'll take a whatever.
Or whatever.
Yeah. A bulky sweater is a big sweater that's either too big for you or intentionally supposed to be like one of those wrinkly dog's skins, you know. I'm not sure if it's too big or whatever. And then the INFP sits on the couch while it's raining outside with their knees up inside their bulky sweater. That's the classic INFP move. Thank you, darling. You're a wonderful lady.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Louise Belcher is an ESFJ.
Mm-hmm. No, ENTP. Louise Belcher is an ENTP.
My bad. I was thinking about the mom's name was Louise.
Yeah.
What's the mom's name?
Linda. Linda.
Linda is an ESFJ. Louise is an ENTP. I always forget what her name is. I call her the bunny-eared girl.
Yeah, the bunny-eared girl, Louise. She's ENTP, everybody.
Yeah, she's ENTP. And the boy is ESFP.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Eugene.
Eugene. Yeah.
Yeah.
The dad, ISTJ. His name is Bob. The burgers are his.
Where did I put my ball? Yeah.
And Bob's Burgers is usually the show I give as an example of a show that has written each of the characters as very distinct and pretty consistent examples of a type. Probably not on purpose, but you know. Well, Rachel and I finally did it. We finally ordered something we've needed since we moved in. And we've talked about getting since we moved in. Well, Mongolian mindset, Mongolian mindset. What I have to say about that. Are you talking about the landed gentry? What happened?
I dropped all the food on the floor. I have to make you another one. Sorry.
It's okay. Let me help clean up. Did you burn yourself? Hold on, let's do this smart, Rachel. Wait, just leave it there for a second. Let me get the dustpan.
It was all ripe and ready for you.
Hey, just leave it there. Let me get it.
I'm sorry.
Don't you stress about it, darling. My goodness. Bring the trash can over here. And of course, I need to take the trash out. Well, so it goes. Let me get more paper towels. We need to get more paper towels with this toilet now.
Okay. Paper, towels. What else? Drinks.
Coffee creamer.
Coffee.
One thing that I was thinking about earlier. But like to get more plastic drinking cups.
Plastic drinking cups. Cat food?
Yeah, we need cat food. Good call on that. We don't want to run out of cat food.
No, we don't.
Okay. A little bit more over here. All right, there you go.
Thank you. I'm sorry about that.
That's okay. All right, I gotta take the trash out.
I'm gonna add this to the trash. So.
Time for me to take out the trash. Well, I'm not gonna go through that way because Rachel has some laundry bags in front of the door. Which means I'll have to go this way. Which is fine. Brr. Exponent 1,000,000. Wow. Cold as a witch's titties and a copper bra doing push-ups in the snow. Okay. Why did I get 2 bags? I only need 1. Okay, so I'm noting that we do not have, we do have, so we don't need plastic drinking cups. We have them in here. I just need to move them over there. Got these ones as well. I'll move these ones first. Now I need to use the 2 dustpans that I got out and did not use at all. After telling Rachel, let's do this the smart way and get dustpans. Well, of course, I did not use them at all because it was not the smart way. It was just Eric's idea of the moment. Eric's next horrible idea. Thank you, darling. You're a wonderful wife.
You're a wonderful husband.
I try my best.
You do a good job.
Thanks, darling. Okay, now we have replaced the trash. Now I gotta put these back in the garage. These are dustpans. You can use them to sweep up things that are not dust. Little pieces of paper, leaves, dead bugs, sand, any number of things that aren't dust. You can sweep up with a dustpan, but for some reason, dust got top billing. Nobody's sure why. Scientists have been debating it ever since. Why aren't they called sweeping pans? Or it's called dirt pans here. Why are they even called pans? Are they really pans? No, I wouldn't want anything cooked on one of these. They're not that kind of pan. That's for sure. Well, that was a cold adventure into the garage. I think we can all take a sigh of relief that I survived. I was this close to hypothermia.
I know.
Yeah. And then at the last moment, I walked back inside and that saved the day. This coat hanger does not belong here. This is not where coat hangers go. So I'm going to move it. I'm also going to turn this off. Even if we want more coffee, it stays hot for quite a long time.
Oh, true. I just spilled it up.
Filled what up?
My
Your cup.
cup.
Okay. It's not a good thing to scratch my earbud. It doesn't work very well. So I'm just going to put it back in the closet rather than trying to repurpose it as an ear scratcher. There we go, closet. You enjoy your fine hanger. Well, look who's back in her throne. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Daddy knows. He won't bother you. Don't worry. Well, sorry to hear that, Lou. If you don't have a garage, there's not much you can do about it, you know? When I lived in Eagle Rock, my car got broken into multiple times. It sucked, but I just got in the habit of leaving nothing in there. And, I didn't replace the thing. Like, it was this really stripped down Toyota truck I had anyway, so it wasn't really not much steel in there. But when I left shit in there, come out and they had broken in without breaking the window. Must have had one of those sticks you stick down.
Careful, it's hot.
Thank you, darling.
You're welcome.
Did you call the cops? If so, what did they say? I tell you, that's life in the big city these days.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I think it's about time to wrap this stream up. I'm gonna eat my cup of noodles. Maybe watch a little bit of something. And hit the hay for a wonderful night's sleep in bed. So until tomorrow, I bid you all a good night.
Good night.
And wish you pleasant dreams and a wonderful sleep.